Hi, how you doing? Thanks so much for being here. I'm instructor Dwayne Jenkins. In today's video, we are going to be looking at part 2 of the Guitar Expo that I went to a few weeks ago. It had a lot of really cool stuff there, so let's take a look.
Audio Jungle.
You've seen this before, but this is actually showing you the making of this guitar. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Isn't that neat? Oh. Alright, let's check this out. Let's see. It's the making of that guitar that we were looking at earlier. Largest playable electric guitar in the world, huh? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Wow, look at that. Oh, 12 times larger than the original. That's way cool. Look at that. That's just something else, isn't it? Now look at that. That's really something. Look at the work done on that. That's just amazing. Simply amazing. Look at that. Jeez. Look at this guitar. Isn't that wild? Isn't that cool? Look at that. It's called the Visionary Instruments Television, made in when did that come out? Yeah, so it came out in 2006. Look at that. Isn't that wild? That's really cool. And they also have these guitars that are hanging on the top here. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Isn't that neat? Look at all these little guitars hanging on the top. Pretty cool. And they got a place over there where you can jam. Some of the pictures we took and the video. That's a really neat thing. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And they really did well on this. And then we got this. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that wild? Man, I gotta get up close with this thing. Look at that. It is just really cool. It's called a Cochrane Booster Caster, made in 2011. And then we got the infamous Chet Atkins playing some stuff. He was awesome, no doubt about it. Look at that. Look at that, jeez. Let's see, we got all this stuff down here. Rainbow, Jimi Hendrix, Joan Jett, Chet Atkins in Hollywood. It's one of his albums. Got all that cool stuff in there. I need one of these in my house. Got Robert Johnson down there at the bottom. Look that. Very, very cool. That's awesome. Then we got this thing here. It's kind of a tube amplifier. Look at that, isn't that cool? Let's see, we'll walk around the back here. You can probably see everything. See, they show you like the speakers, how the speakers are all wired and everything, and how the tubes are all in there. Isn't that neat? Look at that. They really show you the inner workings of how that stuff is all put together. That's really cool. The 4 speakers. That's called the 4x12 speaker cabinet. And then it tells you a little bit about the amplifier and stuff. That's really, really cool. And then let's see over here. We've got this thing. You can strum the guitar. That's kind of neat. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Look at that. That's pretty neat for kids. The bell is finished from the strings. We got a string. That's pretty neat. Look at this. Look at that thing. Nylon string guitar. This is very, very cool. So you can actually play those. It's so very, very cool. Very cool. Sounds of Science. Got that. And let's check this. Let's check this out. Isn't that cool? That shows you the inner workings of the acoustic guitar. Look at that. There's the neck. There's the fretboard. Look at that. You see the inside of it there? That's what the back would look like. There's the fretboard. The inside of that looks like the soundboard, the bracing, the back. Isn't that cool? Look at that. There's the bridge, the saddle, the pick guard. Man, that is really, really neat. Look at this. See? Some guy playing it there. Is that Leona Boyd? And then we got this here. Isn't that cool? Look at how they use the chords to brace that, to build that class bar.
And choose the type of wood. Usually the
Luthier's
front or the sound part
Luthier's workbench.
And then the sides and back are often curly maple because they varnish very well. But you can choose the side and back to be anything. If you notice the stocks, they start with a piece of wood, start inlaying it, carving it down, and putting the veneers on at the end of it. And what makes these really expensive too is the top, they're arched. You see how it curves? Well, unlike the sides, which they do use steam and form them and glue them in that form over there, in this case, they take a flat piece of wood and they hand carve it. And they're measuring with calipers like that, using chisels and planes to get it down. So it's really the hard way of doing it. I can't even touch that one. I can't touch anything else.
So that's why they're so expensive, because they're all done by hand. Huh?
Yeah. You can get an entry level. The cheapest one they make now, I looked it up the other day, it's $25,000.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, that's crazy.
But the amount of time it takes and all that, the manual labor, again, it sounds great, but they're a work of art because of what
absolutely. Absolutely. That is so cool. How educational is that?
And you'll notice, what you see up there is actually the side, and it has these little notches cut along it. That's for acoustics. When it's glued together, you can see the X-ray, you can see those little things, and also the bracing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is really, really cool. Well, thank you for telling us about that. Yeah.
It's really quite a work of art to build those.
Yeah, that's just amazing. That is simply, look at all them tools and stuff. Isn't that something? Jeez. The physics of rock guitar. Let's see what this is.
Revolutionary, history-changing sound. My name's Dr. Mark Mooney. I've got a PhD in guitar acoustics, and in the next 3 minutes, I'm going to explain the physics of rock guitar. When I pluck a string, it vibrates and makes a sound by moving from side to side. The pitch of that sound depends on how fast it moves, a fundamental frequency. So the higher, when I fret a note, I make the string shorter, so the pitch rises. 2. Tension, the looser, the lower. When I press down my whammy bar, there's less tension, so the pitch drops. 3. Thickness. All of these strings have the same length and the same tension, it's just the lower pitched ones are thicker. But to get really low notes, they've got to be really thick, which curiously also applies to bassists. But when you pluck a string, it doesn't just move from side to side. The rich sound you get comes from other patterns, the harmonics. When I rest my finger halfway along the string, so that it vibrates either side of my finger twice the fundamental frequency, I hear the first harmonic. If I rest my finger closer to the end of the string, a third of the way along, so that it vibrates at 3 times the fundamental frequency, I hear the harmonic at the second time.
Look at this right here. This is basically how a guitar works. You got the string, electric guitar. You got the string attached here, and then it goes over the magnet and then gets attached down here. And of course you could probably like that, or you could take one of these on the top of it. That's pretty cool. And we also got this little thing here that shows, looks like we've got the wood there. Looks like somebody made kind of a guitar out of that thing with the buck. And then there's part of a guitar there. And then look at this guitar made out of a, looks like a Disney lunchbox. That's kind of cool. And then we got some guitar players here. I think that, I'm not sure who that is. Those guys, I think that's kind of neat though. It kind of shows you the inside of the guitar back there. That's kind of cool. Pretty neat. Another guy playing up there.
All right, so there we have it, the second and final part of the video of the Guitar Expo. That was a very cool experience. I really thought that was really, really neat. It was very, not only was it entertaining, but it was also very educational. You know, it showed you a lot of stuff about how guitars are made, the acoustic guitars, how electric guitars were made, the sound, stuff like that, and some really neat guitars that they had came out with. And there was even more stuff. I didn't quite get it all, you know, there's just tons of stuff on there. It's really, really neat. And if you get a chance, if you're out here in Colorado, I would highly recommend checking that out if you're a guitar enthusiast, because you'd really, really like it. It'd be really cool. And if you're not in Colorado or out here, you know, maybe I'd come to your town, check it out. It's really, really neat. And I'm really glad that you are here with me to enjoy this journey. I really appreciate it. I hope that you had some fun and learned some stuff about the guitar that you didn't know. And like I said, as always, if you need any help with your guitar playing, contact me. That's what I do. I teach guitar lessons and help people with their guitar learning. So if you need some help with that, let me know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for future notifications. If you have any questions or comments or anything, leave them down below. And be sure to keep practicing. Take care, and I'll see you at our next lesson.